Turn the AC on. A few days later, and we got our replacement part. My son sprung a little extra for a Motorcraft original part on this 2012 Ford Fusion 4-cylinder. It's going to be part number BT1051X. So here it is, and I'm going to go ahead and put it up there. By the way, this is like the third part, the third idler tensioner on this thing, because the second one that we replaced it with was just an aftermarket part, and you can see that it's not working. So here it is, and we're gonna go ahead and start getting to it. We gotta remove a plastic cover, gotta remove the wheel, the front passenger wheel, and we're gonna remove these plastic tabs so we can gain access to the stuff that we really need to get to. The plastic cover has been removed, and now this is a 15 right here. So I just got to get my hand in the way. I'm not blocking the camera, which I am now. And then be able to pull this back far enough. Whoa, push it the other way. Push it toward the top of the engine. Okay, which way does it go? Well, that makes it tighter. Okay. Oh my gosh, it looks like there's a lot of room, but there isn't. And it's stripped. Well, this pot metal stuff here is stripped out, so the 15 millimeter won't do anything with it anymore, and 14 is too big, so we got best tool ever created, vice grips. And oh, it slipped. Okay, well, it means we need to make it tighter. It's small because it's so hard to get in here. I really don't want to cut the belt. The belt's in good shape, so if I can avoid that, I will, but I may have to cut the belt. I bought one just in case, but saving 40 bucks is 40 bucks. She only needs what she needs. We gave up on the vice grip, so I'm gonna try to remove this part, and then the belt should come off with it. So it's two 10 millimeter bolts, and oh my gosh, did He-Man put this on here? Oh, okay, that one, and can I get to this one? Can I get to this one? Nope, let me take the extension off, and it's just right above the belt. The belt's kind of in the way. One thing I don't want to do is strip it. Oh, that kind of hurt, but I got it broke loose. I'm going to take the top one off first, because it's just kind of hard to get to. My gosh, how much longer? If I remember, these were really long bolts. That bolt right there, it's just really tight. So I'm just going to keep working on that, pull it out. Then I'm going to pull that one out, and hopefully the part come off pretty easy. Okay, top one is loose and out. And let's get the bottom one here. And hopefully this thing comes off real easy with the belt attached. Oh, this one's gonna be a long one. And it's about to come loose. Yay, it's loose. Ah, perfect. And there's the old booger right there. 2 bolts. It's a shame because that was nice, but it was just, you saw it just kind of shaking on there. So let's go put the OEM part on and see what happens. Replacing the part. And then go ahead and get the top part on. And we'll worry about that belt once we got this nice and tight. Okay, just reverse of what we did. Engaging speed. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take my 15 millimeter, I think. Let's see. Is it a 15? Is it a 15? It is a 15, but there's no room. So let's see how I can get some room here. I may have to get a smaller wrench. Wait a minute, I gotta go that way. Okay. All right, pushing up. Oh, so much better. Okay, grab the belt that we just pushed up, run it over the pulley somehow. Well, you know what? I need more. I'm going to turn it the other way around. Okay, all the way up. And get on there, you. All right, I'm gonna make it tight. And uh-oh, something's wrong over here. It slipped off a pulley over here. Okay, and I'm telling you, the difference in quality. This metal right here, it may still be pot metal, I don't know, but it's higher quality. And it did not at once at all even, you know, strip one bit. So you get what you pay for on this. So this is OEM part. We got the tensioner on here. The belt was in really good shape, so we're just going to reuse it. And let's give it a crank and see if the noise and the vibration went away. I think that did it. Fantastic. And it is sitting nice and steady too. It is not vibrating like crazy. Fantastic. All right, so all I have to do now is put the plastic shield back on here, replace those little plastic, I don't know what, push nuts, push screws, whatever you call it. Yeah, the plastic fasteners. Go ahead and replace those, put those on here, put the wheel back on, and we are finito with this. It is awesome, and yeah, we fixed it. Now with all the pieces put back, the worst part of this whole job was, well, first worst part of it was these plastic fasteners. They've been there, I mean, what is this, a 2012? So I mean, it is, let's do my math. So what, 14 years old. And yeah, it was just, they were all brittle, ready to break. So I got these actually off of Temu, but eBay, Amazon, your local auto parts store has a wide selection of all of these plastic fasteners. So if you're gonna do this job, probably go ahead and grab a package of those, and that way you can get everything back in here nice and the way it's supposed to be. And then of course, quality part. If you can get a quality part, that right there, stripped out on aftermarket part, but this one did just fine. Wow, I am so dirty from working under there. Anyway, my son was really starting to look at new vehicles, or slightly, well, new to him, to replace this because he couldn't figure out what that noise was. But all it was a belt tensioner. And now he is smiling from ear to ear. And let's see how long we can get this thing to keep going. Mailman Mechanic, I'm here to try to get you to save some money and keep these things running. See you at the mailbox.